Welcome back once again, everyone. I'm Kid Plays Games, this is the Planet Crafter, and we're watching the numbers go up really quickly now because we have just built 5 Tech 2 beehives and the insects is going through the roof. And these beehives are actually producing actual bees as well as honey. And we've got some nice ecosystems which are producing common larvae, rare, uncommon, bees, silkworms, all kinds of butterflies, so the insects is pretty much sorted. There's an animal shelter, because apparently we've just ticked in to the mammals stage. And the first thing I wanted to do was to build a butt ton of gigantic Tech 5 drills. We have doubled the production of our super alloy mine by adding a second Tech 3 drill, so a Tech 3 extractor. I keep saying drill when I mean extractor, you know what I mean. So we're just going to leave that on auto to build as many of these as it can. Because each of these needs a super alloy rod and an osmium rod. I don't think we have very much osmium rods upstairs. I think there's only one left in the box. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay, we're going to have to... When this cannot make any more super alloy, which is now... God, that was quick. We're going to have to switch over to osmium rod production. Build as many of each of these as we can. Only 4 in this case, so that's going to be 2 Tech 5 drills. That's fine. Could a drone please deliver the osmium rod that I just made? Right, fine. The drones are all busy doing something else apparently. In that case we might need to build another drone control at some point as well. Right, let's go and make some enormous drills. Because these things are massive. If we have a look at the build menu, Tech 4 do 459 pressure. Each of these does 3,950. So again, it's another massive shift in output. We are going to build these out here in the desert where there's lots of room and not rocks with giant hitboxes that prevent me from placing things where I want to place them. Because we've been running into that issue quite a lot recently, because our buildings are getting larger and larger and larger, and for some reason scenery's got enormous blue footprints. So we're going to build the Tech 5 drills all the way out here in the desert. Okay, brace yourselves. Look at the size of that thing. Look at the size of Tech 5 drills. They're ridiculous. They're so large it's like difficult to place them. And if you think we're going to get a single optimizer in the middle of 8 of these things and still somehow cover all 8 of them, you are in for a shock, because that ain't happening. But what we're going to do, we are going to build a Tech 2 optimizer. I believe we have 1 pressure fuse. I'll have a look around the base and see if we've got any more optimizer with pressure fuses in them. Obviously, we want to be multiplying these things by 500, not the piddly little things we've got back at home. Give me the hitbox so I can drink. Right. It looks like they've stopped. That's just a rendering issue to save on... To save on your hardware. The game pauses the animations on things when you get far enough away, which is quite smart, which is why the game's fairly solid, which is why these butterflies are just hanging in the air. The closer you get, the more frames they get allocated to them. That's why this looks like it's stuttering, but it's not. It's just not fully rendered yet. Same with all this. It doesn't fully render it until you're up close. Pretty smart way of keeping the game running smoothly, and for the most part it does. T2 optimizer, that's what we were doing. We were looking for optimizers. That's a T1 optimizer, but it does have a pressure fuse in it. I believe there was one here and we stole it to give it to these guys. So what we'll then do, take this out, demolish that. We don't care if these guys are unbonused now, to be perfectly honest. We could just demolish all these, and especially all these. I mean, they're not doing any harm. They're producing 0.1 heat each, and they're only consuming 5 energy, and they're not taking up that much room, so I'm just going to leave them where they are. zero point 0.1, and the Tech 5s are doing 3,950. So there we are. We do have some pressure multiplier fuses, which is wonderful. Oh, that's absolutely full. That's great. Got some blaze powder back, so that's pretty good. And we'll put everything else in here, like that, and that. Okay, we've got 2 pressure fuses. I think we've got a third one in here. Yes, we do. Cool. So we can build a Tech 2 machine upgrader. Uranium rod, 2 blaze powder, and 3 obsidian. Right, back to the desert. And of course the pressure from the T5 is also being boosted by the 10 rockets they put into space. So these things are producing an absolute stupid amount of pressure, which is good because we need to get to 5.00 TTI to complete the game, and we're on 1.29, which isn't bad considering we only hit 1 towards the end of the last episode. So yeah, things is going good, real good. Doesn't really matter where we place this machine optimizer, it's never going to get 8 of these within range of it, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass. But there you go, we'll just stick it here, whack all 3 of these in, so there'll be a multiply by 1500. I can't even find the bit to mouse over that tells you how much it's producing. I'm just being hit by it now. No idea. But anyway, these things are chucking out a crap ton of atmospheric pressure, so that's great. So again, we'll just have to wait for osmium and super alloy stocks to replenish whilst we go and do something else. And that something else is going to be unlocking the secret door that's up there. Because we have 6 passes and you need 5 to get in. So let's go and have a look at Ikhlas's biggest base, which is behind a locked door. I believe this is the last of his bases that we're going to be visiting. We'll have a little bite to eat and a drink before we go. Yum, yum, yum. And as we leave, I'm just going to leave this on auto-produce high-quality food. Because we've got a box which is almost empty. We can sell anything we don't eat. We're going to have to work out how many of our fuses we're going to sell. We are going to sell some of them. We're not going to be able to trade rocket ourselves up to 250,000 money. We got 69,000, which is nice. But we need 250,000 to get the alternate ending. Oh yeah, it's behind one of these big waterfalls. We're still also thinking of endings. We're still on the lookout for more of these Warden keys on the shimmery things. Now there are several biomes we have not been to for a very long time, like the sulfur flats and the dust falls and the top of the dust falls and things like that. So maybe we'll take a trip over there. We haven't really been in that rainforest for a while either. So we'll take a trip to all those places and keep our eyes open and look out for shimmering yellow Warden key generators. Because there are 13 of them hidden throughout the world. We need to find 10 of them. Just jump over here. I believe this is the place. Yes, indeed. I thought you were a generator. You're a golden frog. But it's nice that we're seeing frogs and stuff. Had to blast our way through here. And we got to this door that needs 5 passes, which we now have. And there we are. Boom. Ooh, Ikhlas. This is lovely. Loot box. Walnut plant. Yes, very rare. No message there. Tech 2 food grower. Very well done. Tech 2 heater. Very well done. And another Tech 2 heater. What's this dash? I don't know what that stuff is. What is that? I mean, Ikhlas did say he didn't have a multi-tool. So, okay. Oh, this is very nice. Nothing down there. that looked suspicious, so I had a look. Oh, oh, he's got quite a few bases here. I'm definitely inspecting that at some point. But for now, let's have a look at his bases. Oh, Ikhlas. He's built himself a little city. And he's built a solar panel inside a cave. No, I take it back. I take it back. He knows what he's doing. Ah, okay. You can tell it's 40 odd years ago because the tree's grown up here. Ah, a message. After so much time on this lonely planet, I think I found the perfect place to set up my final camp. This place is so weird. It's hostile, it's cold, it's harsh, yet I found everything I needed to survive. As if this planet was somehow testing my will to live. And that's 3043, which I believe is 5 years after he crashed. There's some genetics, we'll take that. Ooh, he's left lots of stuff behind. More genetics and another fuse, which is production. And a super alloy rod, we'll take that. I mean, he was living the life here, wasn't he? Right, is there anything... There is something behind the waterfall. A brick wall. Wow. Whoa, look at this place. It's putting my base to shame, and that's for sure. 500 Terra tokens. A solar quartz, that's rare as balls, so we're taking that. Nothing good in there. Another heater. His bed. And a little toilet unit. Alright, Ikhlas. 1,000 tokens. A Rema plant. Another ladder that goes up. Viewing platform. Oh, what a lovely view. Sit here with a few beers and a book. Another fuse, more jeans, another super alloy rod. Ah, this is his cooking station. We could build this, but there's not really any point. Pulsar quartz. Well, looks like he was building some sort of tools here. This is his little workshop area, obviously. Oh. Well, I've looked in them. Up to the 3rd floor. Oh, he's even got a little garden terrace. Another message. After all this time, does anybody will still be there for me? I know Mijou are a French developer, but they obviously need better translation skills. After all this time, will anybody still be there for me? Will anyone remember me if I manage to come home? Wouldn't I be better off staying here after all? This ordeal changed me so much. Maybe too much. Again, that was 3043. Oh, he's built himself a lovely little deck. Well, that's his communication array, it looks like. And more just random stuff. What a nice place to live. Let me out. Nothing here. But this is obviously his oxygen supply. Aha, more stuff here. No message on this laptop, but 3 spacesuits. Alright, my dude. I am impressed. Another Volnus plant. Another super alloy rod, lovely. Another super alloy rod, even lovelier. Tech 2 heater, another food grower, a little oxygen thing. I've finally gathered enough materials to build a departure platform. If my calculations are correct, it should take me a year or so to finish this project and be able to escape. 3043. I'm not sure if he did escape. I'll have to look that up. Because we know he was trying to build the evacuation platform out in the crater. Ooh, well this will be his launch platform then. Did he come to a sticky end? I mean, this looks like the the clamping legs. Another Rubiru tree. Yes, that's the 5th one. And an osmium rod. That's rather wonderful. Got a message. 3044. So obviously it did take him a year. I don't know. I didn't uncover all of your mysteries. Again, translation. I don't know. I didn't uncover all of your mysteries, dear rusty giant rock. But it's my time to go now. It's my final day here. Goodbye, giant rock. Good riddance. Good luck. Alright, Ikhlas. My dude. He got out of here. Congratulations, my man. So he crashed on that ship. He was the only survivor. He was lost. He was cold. He was hungry. He managed to survive. He got so good at surviving, he was like, maybe I'll stay. And then he built this massive mansion with the terrace and the library room and the tinkering room. And he was seriously considering staying. But in the end, I think he got lonely. And he was like, no, I'm out of here. And he built himself a rocket and he left. Inspiration for us all right there. Well, alright, Ikhlas. My man. Showing us the way. Right, let's just fly around this place and keep our eyes open and look for keys. He had a very different experience than poor old Zhao. But then Zhao was a prisoner. And people that have been sentenced to long sentences, like us, usually do have a character defect somewhere in their personality. Or if they were unjustly sentenced to a very long sentence, that will be weighing on their mind, and that can also affect your survival chances. Okay, I didn't see any keys shimmering into existence this way. But we haven't been in this little rainforest yet, so we'll have a look over there. Again, there are 13 keys to find, so we'll keep our eyes peeled. I can't remember how many we found. 7, I think. Oh, it was just... I thought that was a key. It's not, it's just the shimmering from the water. You absolute turd. And it's just a butterfly. Genetic extractor. Okay, that means we can start making animals. Because we've got the animal shelter, which is where they live. And we've now got the genetic extractor to actually make them. There is a little valley at the end of this, so we'll go all the way down there as well. Even if a key was here, I'd fly right past it and not see it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Or we'll find it. Get in. Alright, that's another one down. I have not been writing down which ones we found, which is not great. Right, we'll cancel the supply all because we've learned new recipes now, and then we'll reinstate it, and then we'll organise it, and then we'll just stick all this away. Apparently we've been using quite a lot of iron, but what these drones will be doing, they'll be taking all this iron and sticking it straight in the shredder, because I have the shredder set up for all the basic resources at priority 0. Just to clear them out of any remaining Tech 2 drills, which we don't have any of, but you know, it's been done now, and I can't be bothered to go back and reset the shredder. I could have picked up these frogs' eggs, but frogs aren't providing that much biomass, not compared to animals, so we'll get mammals. That's the way to the ancient city of the Wardens. I want to have a look at the end of this valley, just in case. There's 13 keys, sounds like quite a lot. I don't think there's 13 biomes. This is one of Ikhlas's bunkers, I think. But yeah, I like Ikhlas's story. Didn't quite like Zhao story quite so much. Not that the writing was bad, just that the outcome was bad. Poor Zhao. He landed in a place with not too many resources. He did manage to find iridium, because he was moaning about iridium in his first message. Then he went next door to the lava zone and he found some iridium. Then he was too hot. And then he just got really despondent and kind of gave up. And then he just went for a walk and ended up here and dying in that cave that's close to where we live. Any shimmering keys? I was about to say yes. Lovely, that's 2. Wonderful. Yeah, sulphur flats we haven't looked in. And the bottom of the Dusty Falls and the top of the Dusty Falls and the lava zone. So we'll take a quick tour of those. Whilst the terraformation index ticks slowly upwards. Seeing something that's shimmering in yellow in the midst of all this gassy yellow might be a bit of an issue. 500 Terra tokens, osmium rod. Thank you very much. Nothing shimmery, glowy goodness, no? Not in the sulphur flats, apparently. Okay. Alright, we'll try the Dusty Falls. Well, this is still... I thought this might have turned into waterfalls, but apparently not. Apparently not. Ooh, some loot box back here. Hey, 500 more tokens. Nice. Alright, I'll take that. I'll take that to the bank. Aha! Ding ding ding! Another one, it's 3. If we do have 7 at home, then that's 10. Let's fly up the waterfall. Did this cave have an end? Did we reach the end of it? I can't remember. It's been so long. Yeah, oh, this is just a little cave, innit? Yeah. Right, sod that. Up the waterfall we go. And out we are. Yeah, we need to check this place as well. Because you need to check everywhere. The Wardens sometimes be a little bit sneaky. Oh, hello. Blast. No, I didn't see any keys, but I'm seeing some loot boxes we may or may not have opened. Obviously never opened that, because that's just spawned all the good shit. Look at me being clever and... Excuse me, could you... Jetpack, please? God almighty, just jumping around like a lunatic. I don't think there's anything else to see in that wreck, but I'll have a look in this loot box. They are deliberately not opening loot boxes until late game, so what you get is really good. Right. No. Look at these little baby heaters doing 20 each, and the ones back home are doing thousands, so we'll just do that just because we can. No, almost made it. Well, I didn't see any keys up here. So So, lava zone. I believe that cave goes to the lava zone. What's back here? Ooh. Oh, hello. Have I ever been here? This looks very new. No, I think this is the one that links up with the... Yeah, we've been here before. This is the one that links up with the other big cave network. Yep. And it comes out halfway down the cenote. Yeah, down the sinkhole. Cool, that's fine. Sinkhole's kind of where we want it to be, I think. Yeah, lava zone's not too far away. We found the shimmery key that was at the bottom of this. And we found one over this way. T2 butterfly farm. More insects. We've got lots of butterfly larvae at home. So we might as well build some of these farms and stick these butterfly larvae in them. What else are we going to do with them? Apparently I'm quite hungry. But no, we're not. And we'll have a little drink somewhere. Might have a look on the top of this mountain, because last time we went up there was a yellow chest. Maybe there's going to be a key for us up there. I think we found a key just by the shortcut to home. I'm pretty sure we found one there. So we'll go to the top of the mountain. We'll go around the back of the mountain and then go up it. Might as well comb this little stretch of desert, which we should really be calling a beach now, considering that there's a sea just over this hill. From out of nowhere. I think there was a key on one of these islands that we got as well. Well, that took a little while to load in, didn't it? Right, let's get up the mountain and see what's there. Then we'll drive around the lava place. Oh, I feel cheated now. Boo! Alright, no keys at the top of the mountain, that's fine. Whatevs. Right, let's hit the lava zone. Ooh, just made that jump and no more. Wow, that was close. Nearly took a dump in the lava there. Nothing in here. Why are you lava frogs? 500% multiplier. Okay. Alright, maybe these frog spawners do spawn different kinds of frog eggs in different biomes. Okay. That's interesting. Ooh. Let's not fly into the lava. Let's not do that, shall we? I haven't seen a key anywhere in the lava zone. We haven't been everywhere in the lava zone just yet, though. Ooh, ow, ooh, ah, ouch, hot. So we've gone that way, we've come this way, and then we'll go around the other side of this and loop round back to the wreck. And this is the bit I always get wrong. Ooh. See, I always get that bit wrong. Okay, no key in the lava zone then. Or if there is, I haven't found it. I have found the key in the lava zone. Nice. Next stop. This is somewhere we have not been. There's a giant cave in there. More lava frogs. I think we've got plenty of time. Let's go in here. This is the toxic cave. It's just full of green gas. And its visibility here is shockingly bad. But there are some wrecks in here. They're only small. But there are some wrecks. And it can be a little bit tricky to navigate because of the low visibility. Here's a giant cargo pod. This lava will injure you, so... Ow. 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 No more of that nonsense. Blame me, I've only got one food left. I can't get too much damaged. You can go all the way down to the bottom, and in fact one of the wrecks is all the way at the bottom. So we'll just park our way down here. That's not water, that's lava, and I jumped in it like an idiot. Oh well. Okay, big cargo pods, and what appears to be a space tug. Alright, so at least we know what these shuttles are used for now. This was obviously, I don't know how it got in here. Can't climb that ladder, but we'll jump in through the windows. Hello, little larvae. Broad, walrus plant, yes, and nothing else. Okay. Not the best of wrecks, but it is at least a wreck. Then you kind of get stuck here and you get a little bit lost because it's a little bit wild. I mean, there is not very much in here, as you can probably tell. Ah, we have a little outpost. What secrets have you got for me? Eggplant seed. Oh. Super ally rod. Genetic trait. Orema plant. Don't need iron. And a data pad. Year 2035, so before Ikhlas even crashed in 2038. I knew we shouldn't have changed our itinerary. There's a reason why some part of the universe is still unexplored. I can't see anything in this hall, and there's nothing to be found except rocks. And my leg hurts like hell. Oscar, 2035. Okay, so he's obviously the pilot of that little tug who crashed here. He managed to get himself out of the murk and build himself a light and a little base. And I think that's all you get from Oscar. So let's find a way out of here, shall we? This ramp seems to go up, so we'll follow that. We like up. Up means out. We hope. Okay, this seems to go into the middle, so we'll have a look here. Is there any reason for me to be here? Okay, this just leads out because that doesn't go anywhere. Okay. This looks like an exit. I'm not sure it's the same one we came in. No, it's not. We are in this big eastern desert, so we've come in here, kind of asked around in here, and now we've come out here. But we kind of wanted to explore this giant desert anyway, so we'll do so. We'll explore it. Looks like the storm is still raging off to the right, so we maybe won't go off to the right. We're hungry because we damn near died to trying to drink lava like an absolute idiot. Can't believe I did that. What's this glowing stuff? Oh, I'll dip my hand in and try and drink it. Nope, it's lava. Take some damage. You moron. Okay. So, I think we'll kind of hug where that storm is, because the storm seems to be like here, and we're kind of here. So we'll hug the right hand wall and we'll do a circuit and then we'll go up the middle. We'll see what we can find. Well, this is very nice. I'm not sure it was this nice when the storm was here. Ah, loot boxes. And loot boxes at this stage of the game means big score, like boom. I don't need my torch on, it's bright out here. Let's not go into the storm and get damaged. That would not be a good idea. Yeah, these look like hands, but they're just massive rocky arches that have been carved by the winds. Why you gotta tease me like this? This is like Warden architecture. And it looks like a road that just ends here. Oh, don't tease me like that, man. Don't tease me like that. Let me up. Let me up. No. So whatever the Warden's built here is now no longer here. What is on this? Oh, it was a ladder. And some undeconstructible solar panels, which I cannot deconstruct. Okay. Who lives in a place like this? Another cooking station, little sofa, indoor flower pot. Nope, notepad. Jermyi in 3047. I'm pretty sure the reason my ship went unresponsive near this planet was something to do with my mission. After wandering around for a bit, I found this place to settle. I have enough supplies to survive for a few months. I just need to find a way to repair my ship. Well, this is a new person. We've never met Jermyi before. Oh, me removing all these trusses doesn't cause a rock fall. That would be bad. Okay, Jermyi's got some good shit for us. 1,000 tokens. Nice. Ooh, this place be big. I found some weird remains around here, as if humans had already been living here. But this planet is so far from the habitable worlds, how could that be? The remains seem like ancient debris, but I can tell that the ones who made it were highly advanced. The tablets are unreadable, as almost everything has been erased by erosion and storms. I don't understand. Okay. There's another 500 tokens, and another pulsar quartz. And more spacesuits. And more super alloy rods. I'm going to drink a water to make... Oh, God. Right, what do we want to drop? Or do we just go home and offload and come back? There's another 500 tokens. Yeah, I'm just going to leave right now and we'll come back here. We are actually full of loot. Okay, we are at 116, 1610, which is just at the heel of this hand on the map. And home is pretty much... No, we're quite far away. But pretty much northwest. I'm going to go home and offload all this stuff. And I'll meet you back here. Because I'm not going to show you me going home and offloading. Because that's boring. Well, I'm home. And we've offloaded everything. And the autocrafter's gone crazy. We left it running. It's made all this food, it's filled up the whole chest with food, and it was all backed up. So I've paused that, that's fine. I've gone outside, I've planted the fifth and final forest with the red trees. You can see it over there in the background. I've replaced all the crappy frog eggs with the good ones we found in the lava zone. So what we're going to do with this excess food, we could get rid of it, but we're going to sell it instead. So that's what, 5, 6. I am going to sell all but 5 of our production fuses and all but 2 of those. So that's 20, like 5 by 4, it's 20 things. So we need another 5 things to put in the rocket, so we'll just do another 5 food. There we go. So we can actually sell something worthwhile in the trade rocket. This will be worth tens of thousands easily. So let's just do it. If we want more fuses, we can earn more money and we can buy them back. So just bang all this in here like that. 1 full rocket. Consult the screen. Current inventory value 62,577, and we have 73,900 on our person. So in 10 minutes time we're gonna pretty much double the money we have, which is absolutely fantastic. As I said, I will meet you back in the desert. Let's go. And here we are once more in the desert, just about to go back to this little base. Oh, hello, little loot box. I'll take your genetics and your Volnus plant, and then we'll leave. Right, so this is someone new, Jermyi. And we had gotten as far as the other end of his base, which is here. And these are all the tablets he'd found, but they're illegible, you can't read them because they've been out in the wild too long. Ooh, we'll take that, and we'll take that. Yeah, that's one of the fuses we just sold, so we'll have that. That's more money. Lovely. Food grower, nice. Blueprint chip. This obviously is mission objectives. Private scavenger, assignment, reconnaissance. An abnormal number of ships from various companies have disappeared in the Exiled Prime sector. Go there and find out what you can. Oh, I think this is the guy that crashed on that high-speed shuttle we found in the Grand Canyon, because this is exactly the same message as was on that. Either that or he's another person that was sent independently of that one. Primary objective, investigate the sector, discover why some ships seem to vanish. Secondary objectives, find and report presence of any hostile life, identify any crashed ships and report them to the respective corporations, record the whereabouts of all merchandise found. That's exactly the same data pad as we found on that ship. And Jeremy's got another journal note. I'm now completely positive that I have found remains of another civilization. I can't believe it. Could it be this other race we met that completely vanished so many years ago? Okay, so the other people that the Wardens were talking about were humans. So they met us as we expanded and we forced them onto this planet. So that cannot have happened too long ago. So the Wardens that were killed by the asteroid could only have been here for about 1,000 years, which means the ones that escaped are probably still alive. I need to transmit this information at all costs. I didn't manage to set up a way of communication yet. Outside, the storm is getting bigger and bigger every day. So I don't think poor Jermyi made it out of this bunker, because that storm is completely impassable when you first start the game. So that is very interesting. Okay, so this is the first indication that the other people that the Wardens met and who chased them out of their own homeworld was us. And this is only the year 3000 and something. So I believe that the Wardens that escaped are probably still alive. Poor Wardens. That's maybe why their civilization wasn't like huge cities everywhere and it was just a few bases. You know, like the few ones that we found. Very interesting. Well, I'm kind of half-heartedly looking for keys at the moment because I went home, I put the 3 keys we had in the Warden's keys chest, and that equaled 10. We do have 10 keys, so we don't need to find the other 3 that are somewhere in the world. We have all the keys we need to finish the game. So all we need to do now is to get 250,000 money and get to 5 TTI, and then this game will be done. And I think the way we're going to do the 5 TTI is we're going to do an awful lot of rocket spam. We are of course going to finish our Tech 5 drill output. We've only built 2 of them. Then we ran out of osmium and super alloy rods, but every chest I've opened recently... What is this? This is like a ruin. Every chest I've opened recently has had a ton of super alloy and osmium rods inside it, which is wonderful. So that should then facilitate us building an absolute crap ton of gigantic T5 drills in the desert. Whether or not they're optimized, I don't really care. They do 4,000 pressure base anyway, so whatever they can add to that will be an absolute bonus. Well, still haven't found a key out here, but again, as I said, we don't need it. But it would be nice to explore this place completely. So other than Jermyi's base, I mean, there's very few resources on the ground out here. And the ones that are just cobalt. You can't build very much with just cobalt. Just have a look around here, and then that'll be that. Yeah, a loot box. Nothing special. Alright, and we're gone. Ooh, more vulnus plants. Very nice. Since we're in this neck of the woods, why don't we take a little sneaky peeky inside the red tree place and see if there's a key in there? I bet there is. That's not the entrance. This is it. Well, apparently it's been 10 minutes since we launched the rocket, and that's 62,577 more money, which has put us up to 136,000. We're over halfway there. All it took was 60% of all the fuses we've ever found in the entire playthrough, but you know, every little helps. So now if we want to try and set up an auto-crafting trading system, it won't take 48 hours, it will only take 24 hours of game time. Yeah, only. This is like the major cavern of this place. It's not very large. I'm not seeing a key. We'll go and check the other cavern. Hello little froggies, hello little fishies. Here we are in the other little cavern. No. Okay, no keys for us, but we don't need it because we found the 10 we needed. So let's haul ass and go home. Are you special frogs? Legless frog eggs. Okay, we'll have a look. 500, the same as the lava frogs. Alright, we'll take some black frogs. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to go back through this cavern looking for more frogs. 3's enough. Right, let's go. Cool, result, bonus. Don't know where the other 3 keys are. Can't be bothered to look it up, because I have not been writing down where we found the previous keys. And we are home. Full of absolute genius stuff. I mean, that is a lot of rods, and that's quite a lot of rods as well. I'll have a look outside, see how many frogs will benefit from being these. This is... damn it, Quasar's green. Whilst the trade rocket's here, make yourself fill it with food, send it on its way, and we'll build some more food. It is not optimised, but it's what we're going to do. That's what, 670 something? Yeah, 175. An entire cargo of food is only 175 money, which is not great, which is why we're not going to rely on food to get us to the 250,000. 5 is more than 3. 5 is more than 3. 5 is more than 3. Right, good. That's frogs up another 600 in total. Lovely. Right, I think that'll do us for today. We've done some good stuff. We finally managed to come all the way down to the bottom of the map. We found another base. We found an intriguing clue about the lore. We explored this desert. We didn't find any keys there. We have found 10 keys though, and we have a butt ton of super alloy and osmium rods, and these combine together in their final form as T5 drills. So as soon as we get back next week, we'll go out and we'll build a ton of T5 drills until we run out. Well, we've got 19,000 power to play with, and then because we're in the mammals stage, we're going to have to actually build some animal shelters and maybe animal feeders. Animals don't starve to death, I don't think, but they do double or triple their biomass output depending on how much you feed them and what you feed them. So we might set all that up, because the biomass does need to get up quite high so we can do the animal spreader rocket. We're probably going to do quite a few rockets next week, because we're producing bees at a great rate and we can launch them into space. Because at the moment we do only have 2 insect spreader rockets. I'd like to do another 8 just to make 10 of each, and then we'll look at doubling them all to 20, so number go up. You know how it goes by now. Yeah, there's still quite a few things to unlock. Animals definitely needs to go up, because we need 1,000 tons, 1 kiloton to unlock the Tech 4 jetpack. Not because we need it, but just because it's there. That's going to help us. Tech 2 aquarium. Okay, so next week is going to be drills and aquarium and rockets, and we're going to do a numbers go up episode. So I hope to see you again for that, and I hope you look after yourself until then. This has been Planet Crafter, and I'll see you later.